संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्र स्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शङ्करार्याय वेदान्त गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनां मुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम्। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेतो। Now, the earlier sentence said that because giving the drishtanta, an example was provided to explain the point that Jivatma and Paramatma is one. And the example that they provided, that the author provided, is that of the pot space and the total space. And over here, with that example, your intelligence was made to mount on this understanding that Jivatma and Paramatma is one. Yet, before your buddhi, your intelligence is able to reach this conclusion, there is one problem, which we saw the problem very elaborately yesterday. And then the problem is that when you are going to say there is pot space, the idea of limiting the space by the pot, making it as if it is limited, the condition under which the space appears to be limited is the presence of pot. In absence of pot, the space does not appear limited. Now, the spaces becoming limited is only due to the pot. So now, how will you say that if the pot is there, the space will be limited? Limited means when you call the space as the pot space, it is limited. When if the pot is not there, the space, there is no limitation to the space. So this means that the limitation which you are seeing in the space is conditional. What is the condition? Presence of the pot. If this condition is not there, there cannot be anything like pot space. And therefore, space appears to have become limited only due to this condition. Now we can call it conditioning, upadhi. Got it? Now you have this word upadhi for conditioning. Right? So now, if this upadhi is there, condition is there of the pot, only then there is limit. So therefore, Part space is only an appearance. Part space is only an appearance. Space without limitation is what is the nature of space. Correct? Space does not have any limitation. All these walls, whether those are the walls of the pot or the walls of the room, they do not limit the space really, but they are supported by space only in the space. And so now the thing is that the part space and the total space are also told, is said, is one and the same, because the conditioning is only what makes the pot space. So now when this was said, the example also created one more doubt, and that is that since the pot space is an appearance and the reality is the total space, how can the reality and the appearance be one and the same? You understand what the problem is? Now this is going to be applicable even to the Dashtant, the point illustrated through the example. So what there are two things, Drishtanta and Dashtant. Okay, you understand? Example, and that what is explained through the example. Through the example. Drishtanta and Dashtant. Thus, so now here he says, Nanu, please come. Nanu, Jivatmanaha Kalpitatvat. We have seen this line yesterday. Now, again, over that, because we have this chapter also is going to conclude with this little explanation. Nanu Jivatmanaha Kalpitatvat. What has allowed you to understand that the Jivatma is Kalpitam? When will you call the self, this consciousness, as Jiva? Only when there is
conditioning.
What condition is required to be called this self to be the Jiva?
Avidya is the ignorance.
Ignorance is the only condition. So ignorance becomes the conditioning under which now this consciousness appears to be Jiva. What do you mean by Jiva? Where you call yourself as Aham Karta, Aham Bhokta, Aham Parichinna. This word Aham is now presently the meaning of this Aham is the conscious being. But how is this conscious being? Then your answer is that is limited. And what do you mean by is limited? That I am the experiencer, I am the doer. Is not it? When you claim doership. Okay. Am I audible to you people? There was some disruption. Okay. When you call yourself, and I mean, you obviously nobody over here is going to say, "Oh, I'm not conscious being. I am aware of my own presence. I'm aware of the world. I'm aware." But awareness prevails. Okay, you may not be aware of every small little detail, but awareness in general prevails. But so I am aware. I am a conscious being. But this conscious being I am is limited. And therefore, by that limitation, what do you mean is that I am the experiencer. So now when you claim yourself as an experiencer, you say, I'm sitting here in Rishikesh and experiencing this declining winter. You are sitting there in Bangalore or Chennai. You are going to say, well, what winter? Now the summer is on the rise. Okay, you will say that. What winter? Yes. So do you don't see that the experiences are different, and therefore you are going to say, I am an experiencer, You are an experiencer. So as an experiencer, we are totally different entities. Yeah? So I am, so therefore that experiencership and the doership is what? Is a proclamation of limited existence. So aham karta, aham bhokta, this is the expression. When you say I am a jiva, everybody pay attention to this. But how is it possible? Nobody ever questions this. That what is it that makes me an experiencer or the doer? What is your question? I am a doer, and that's why my question is going to be, what should I do? What should I be doing? What should be my course of action? This or that. Even when you come to Vedanta, you don't ask for these things. Oh, Swami, tell us some practical Vedanta, that we should be able to do. Array, what are you saying? The whole doing, we are denying it. And then you are claiming that give us some practical Vedanta that we will be able to do. Doership itself is falsified over here. What is there to be done? But then what is that? Oh, we don't understand. Oh, practical Vedanta, no? Very practical. What is the practical Vedanta? And then they have some husband wife issues and all, and then some solution is suggested. They feel this is practical spirituality. What? This is a cartoon of spirituality. Yeah. Or at least of Vedanta. You're creating a joke or what? Now you see? Okay. So now what happened? Over here is that this jiva, that what makes me the experiencer. You don't ask this question. How am I this experiencer? You may ask this question. How am I Hindu? How am I Muslim? How am I this or that? Good or bad? But do you ask this question? How am I an experiencer? Oh, no. What is it that makes you claim your experiencership and doership? The answer you do not have, and that is provided only through Vedanta. Vedanta says that it is only because of ignorance. So, what is the condition because of which you have become jiva? Ignorance. So, now anything that is due to a condition, what do you call it as? Appearance. In different words, mithya. Not real. And yesterday I told you people that something can be an appearance, but yet it will have a functional value, transactional value. Correct? It can be an appearance, but that does not stop it from having transactional value. So that's why don't say, hey, this is all transactional, this is, and that's why it is real. No, sir. It is an appearance, and yet it will have transactional value. And I did not take you into any other example, but I continued with the example of pot space. Can an aeroplane fly in the pot space? We all know that the aeroplanes fly in the space. But can an aeroplane fly in the pot space? All right, no. And when you want to fill water, where will you fill it? In pot space or in the space? So now that pot space, does it not have a transactional value? But what is pot space? Appearance. So now we understand that something can be an appearance and yet it will have a transactional value. And just because something has a transactional value does not mean that it is satyam. Is this point clear? Hold that, because but then this is all real. We can see it and we can interact with this. And how can it be called as mithya? Baba re Baba, this is why it is called as mithya then. And we are going to tell you that what is Satyam is avyavaharyam. Shivam Chaturtham Manyante. Avyavaharyam. Abhijit, please don't scare us right now. No, I'm not going. Look, now let's go ahead. So now we have understood this point. So now, how can this Jivatma, which is an appearance, be called, be said as to be the same as that what is real? Paramatma. Paramatma is real. Total space is real. Part space is an appearance. How can you say that the part space is the total space? Likewise, how can you say Jivatma is Paramatma? This is the question. Nanu Jivatmanaha kalpitatvat kalpitasya cha asatyatvat katham tasya satya paramatma bhed iti chet. If this is your doubt, listen. Shrunu. Now, according to you, how are you going to resolve this? There is a very beautiful Shastric method in which this doubt is dealt, handled. Very beautiful, wonderful. But if left to you, because this is now your doubt also, and if it is your doubt, you will have to resolve it through Mananam. So how are you going to resolve? Then how can this Jivatma, which is Kalpita, which is an appearance, can be said as to be one with which is real? Hmm? Then there is no Jiva. That is what you are saying. Hmm. So now he gives you an exact the answer. Some people are, coming and going. Don't do that. Otherwise, you will miss the link. And if it is lost, then the further things, because it is a proper thought development. Okay. Here it says Parmarthiko Vyavaharikaha Pratibhasikaha iti Jivas Trividhaha. Trividha means three types of jivas are there. He does not say. It means there are the jiva that can be understood in this in this model of three in three ways. Okay, can be understood in three ways. What can be understood in three ways? Jiva as parmarthika, vyavaharika, pratibhasika. Now look, it means parmarthika means that which is absolutely real, that what is transactionally real, and that which is an apparent real. Okay. What all three things? Absolutely real, transactionally real, and apparently real. Parmarthikaha, vyavaharikaha, pratibhasikaha iti jivas trividhaha. That same thing can be understood from these three angles. And when you are going to say, therefore, when you are going to say that Jiva is one with Paramatma, Paramatma is Jiva, Jiva is Paramatma. When you are going to say this, then what meaning are you applying to the word Jiva is important. Are you applying the meaning provided by that absolute reality angle, or you're using the meaning provided by the transactional reality, or through the apparently real angle? What meaning are you providing to the word Jiva when the sentence is spoken? That is important. Okay? Well, well, because this whole thing is the knowledge is delivered through words. That's why we have to deal with these words with great what do they call it? Uh, with a lot of care, uh, not only with caution, with with reverence. We have to, and that is what is the meaning of the word mimamsa, because this is all uttar mimamsa. Hmm. How are you dealing with these words? How are you vichara? How are you thinking that, with these words? Pushita means with reverence. There is a, so we have to do that. Keep that in mind. So, what meaning of the word jiva will become applicable? Are you people getting it or not? Or am I taking you? People are lost. Somebody has to give me a little feedback.
We are understanding, Swamiji.
Oh, great, wonderful. No problem.
No problem, Swamiji. So far, so
Natalie, you're okay going along?
sure, Swamiji.
Good, 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 good. Miratai, you're okay?
Yes, yes. Yes, we
Okay,
are okay.
good, good. Now, this is what meaning will you provide to the word is going to be important. And therefore, how this word jiva is dealt is to be seen first. So he says, Parmarthiko vyavaharikaha pratibhasikaha iti jivas trividaha. It does not mean there are three types of jivas, please, for heaven's sake. What does that sentence mean? That the meaning of the word jiva is from these three angles. Okay, not that there are three types of jivas, good souls, bad souls, and the condemned souls. No, nothing like that. क्या बात करते हैं ना? You see? Ah, wow, very nice. So, ete jivaha kramena. Now, sushupti jagrat swapna abhimaninaha. Okay. So, he gives you a shortcut to understand this, and we will follow that. That he says, your all that you have is only these three things to experience. There cannot be anything beyond it. Only three. Life is easy now, you see. And what is that? The waking state, the dream state, and the state of deep sleep. You see, the dream state, oh, sorry, the state of deep sleep, the state of dream, the state of waking experience. These are the only three things. And then these are the three places where you are available. Is there any other space where you remember that you are available? Huh? So why are you didn't sing? Jagrut, what is this happening? I'll just take care of this. It says there is a meeting on. Yeah, it will stop this meeting which is going on presently.
There is a meeting is let me check, Swamiji.
It is showing me a notification. It will interrupt this meeting. Ah,
Ji.
right. Then what happens over here is Kramena Sushupti Jagrat Swapna Abhimanina. What are they? They are the expressions of ego, or of that availability of the self in these three states. And how? Then he also gives you that the one what is available in the sushupti, in sushupti meaning deep sleep. In the deep sleep, are you a man or a woman? Not what others perceive you, okay? What is your experience about yourself is the issue. What do you discover yourself in the state of deep sleep?
Shunyam.
Are you a man or a woman? What ego do you carry? No.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Acha. Then in the deep sleep, you are a depressed person or an excited person.
No.
Neither.
Nobody.
Neither.
Nobody.
But you are still available.
Still,
Otherwise, who will claim the experience of deep sleep? That there was nothing that could be experienced. Now, even this claim that I have experienced that there was nothing. So the I has to be there, the claimant has to be present, without whom the claim of experience cannot be validated. True? If I am not there, who's going to experience the absence of all this? So the very fact that this absence of all this is experienced, that means I am available. So the I which is available, why is it called as the reality of the self? We will see this later on, okay? We will keep this word paramarthika over here, and there is still more treatment to this word to be given. Then this is what I am. So because the body is not available, reference, the condition of the body is not there, and therefore I cannot call myself a man or a woman. Man, woman, or even the third gender. I cannot call myself because the mind and intelligence and the ego is also not available. I cannot call myself as excited or depressed or happy or sad or anything. Or I am a pious soul, or I'm profane, sinful, sinner. Any abhiman is there in the because the mind, etc., is not there. So now, what is it that is making you? What is it that is making you man or a woman? Is the condition should be there, availability of the body, physical body. What makes you delighted, depressed, excited, pious, or what do they call it? Sinner, profane. What is it that? Presence of mind. If this condition is not there, all these labels are not applicable. With or without these labels, too, I am always available. And therefore, I is something that is definitely apart from all these things. And so now, the I, which is free from the self, which is free from all the labels that could be made available through this body, conditions of body and mind, etc., body mind complex, is not there. And therefore, that I, which is available without the conditioning, is there in the state of deep sleep. And that is what your reality is. I am good, I am bad, I am holy, I am profane. No, nothing. I'm beautiful, I'm ugly, I'm young, I'm old, I'm every label that you can throw, it becomes this thing. The whole thing becomes what? Redundant, nullified. And therefore, the way I am available in the state of deep sleep, we are not talking about any dream sleep, okay? Which state are we talking about? The state of deep sleep. I remember I have told you this thing several times also in other classes. One of my teachers, when I was in Vrindavan and studying it from him, and then I said that now whatever had to be given, that was uh, my younger days. So there is Josh. So I said I'm going to leave now, and I'm going to leave everything, renounce everything, and simply live on alms or if whatever comes my way, subside myself on that, subsist myself on that, um, on the bank of Ganga in some village under some mango tree or some bilwa tree. I will sleep or whatever. But now this is it. So I went to him and I told him that Swamiji, now that I'm leaving, what is your last advice or teaching? And he had said, contemplate on this. How am I in the state of deep sleep? To contemplate on this, how am I in the state of deep sleep? You don't have to fall to sleep, okay? Otherwise, that itself you meditation. Good. And I'm also going to tell you, don't even blame yourself if you ever fall to sleep in meditation. Okay, it is an impediment to this to your practice of meditation, definitely. But there is nothing for you to feel guilty, to feel ashamed, because this is what you do when you are in group and all sitting and meditating, and then when you fall to sleep, the first thing that you do is open your eyes and look around. Has anybody seen me sleeping or not? Don't feel guilty. Don't you even feel ashamed of it, because there is nothing like this, because there are only four reasons because of which you fall to sleep in meditation. Yoga Vasishtha only says that, not Abhishek Chaitanya. I'll ask Abhishek Chaitanya. Abhishek Chaitanya will tell you, please go to sleep there only. Don't waste. So, so continue sleeping, he will say. And then there are four reasons. One reason is what? You remember? Indigestion. Remember. Indigestion is one reason. The second reason is overeating. The third reason is atishrama, overexertion. And the fourth reason is nidrashesh, which means incomplete sleep. Whatever can cause incomplete of insufficient sleep. It could be iron deficiency, it could be sleep apnea, right? But don't feel guilty. Oh, I'm such a papi that I can't even sit for meditation properly. I fall to sleep in 2 minutes. No, that's because this is the way the body is responding. Either there is, there is the problem of overeating, or even if you have eaten proper food in proper quantity, the food that you have eaten is not suitable to you. Okay, so that's why it can cause. The third is atishrama, overexertion. In West, you people are, working constantly, crazily, because if you don't work that much, but there is somebody else will take your share, and then you will be left. That is the constant insecurity. You know what to do. You are in that part of the world where this is the rule of living. Atish Rama. Huh? What is Hong Kong? The most stressed city in the world. Why go that far? Then there is Nidrashish. Nidrashish could be because of these reasons. Okay. That somebody has taken caffeine at night. Now, how can you sleep? Hmm? Or somebody has sleep apnea. So that is going to cause, restless sleep. And all these things accumulate and become what? An impediment to your process of meditation. So Swamiji told me, he didn't tell me this, he just told me that when you just contemplate on your own nature as is available in the state of deep sleep, without any labels. Now, my body is paining, my knees are paining, head is hurting, no, nothing. Because there is no reference to it. Because in the state of deep sleep, even a person who has cancer, he is given morphine and asked to go to sleep because now in the deep sleep that even the most monstrous pain of the cancer is also not there. So because the condition of the body is not there, the conditioning is not available. And therefore I cannot become healthy or sick, man or a woman, old or young. All these labels are not there, applicable. The mind is not applicable, and therefore all other labels which are there. I'm so good, I'm so bad. Well, I'm good, but people want to call me bad and all that. Oh, no, nothing. They're gone. All these complexes are not there. Superiority, inferiority, good, holy, profane, all these complexes gone. And therefore, the way you are available in the state of deep sleep is what your reality is. And what do the people say? What is your reality? The way you are available in waking state. Or if somebody is a Freudian, he will say your reality is what you are available in your unconscious state. Your unconscious mind is your reality. Huh? So that's why Freud says that there is dream analysis. Psychoanalysis, dream analysis is analyzing your subconscious. But now we are going to say no. Paramarthikaha. What is your reality? The way you are really, the way you are available. No colors applied. No masks worn in the state of deep sleep. Then vyavaharikaha, transactional reality. You also are available as transactional reality because you discover yourself as a transactional entity. I am doing certain transactions. Presently, Abhishek Chaitanya is speaking and you are listening. So, what is your transactional reality at this moment? I am a listener. What is his transactional reality? He is a speaker. You see? What other word for transaction? No. What? No. Functional. Vyavahar. So the way I am available in the waking state I am a functional entity, functional reality. And then the way I am available in the dream state is called as the apparent reality. Apparent means it appears to be. That's why apparent. Let's say you have a dream in which you see someone hungry and you feed that person. Okay. Next day you have another dream that you murder someone. So no, you being a kind person and you being a cruel person. What is then your reality? No, you're going to say no, nothing. Both of these, I appeared to be cruel and I appeared to be kind in the dream. So that is apparent reality. Why is that? Because in the dream state, the physical body is not available. But what is the conditioning? Only the subtle body, the mind is available. And therefore, with that mind, with that conditioning, I am what? Cruel or compassionate person. You see? But in the waking state, I am available, the physical body is available, and also the subtle body, the mind is also available. So you have these three conditionings. The ignorance is there as the conditioning, the subtle body is there, and the physical body is there. All the three conditionings are available where? In the waking state. But in the dream state, the physical body is not available. But what is available? The subtle body and the ignorance is available. And in the deep sleep state, the physical body is not available. The subtle body is not available. Only ignorance is available. Okay? And that's why when you wake up from the deep sleep, you proclaim your experience of ignorance. I did not know anything. When you wake up, oh, it was such a nice sleep. I did not know anything. Not knowing means what? You notice that you're claiming ignorance there. And therefore, now you're, how am I available? I am available. This I is available as apparently good, bad, holy sinner, so on and so forth. Okay? I is thus available, apparent. Then I is also available as a transactional reality. And then I is available not as an apparent reality or transactional reality, but I is available without any conditioning. Now you can keep that ignorance on one side as a conditioning, but there's because this I is not now seen as something that is divided, small, parichinna, limited. Thus, ete jivaha kramena sushupti jagrat swapnabhimaninaha. Now, he is going to take you to an example which is very, very wonderful. Yatha jale, just as in the water, you see a wave. What do you see? A wave. In that wave, you see the froth. Yeah? You see the froth. So, yatha jale tarangah kalpitaha. In the water, the Taranga, what do you mean? Wave is an appearance. Because if you go and catch the wave, what will you find? Huh? You will find only water. And that's why what are we saying? That the wave is an appearance in the water.
Yeah.
And the froth is an appearance in the wave. यथा जले तरंगः कल्पितः तरंगे च फेनः 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 कल्पितः तथा. Now, if you have understood this example, let us move to our point. And what is that? Tatha parmarthike. In that absolute reality, the transactional reality is kalpita. Is the transactional reality appears in the absolute reality. Because if I am not there, whom will you call as transactional person? If I only am not there, who is the listener and who is the speaker? To whom will these labels be applicable? Are these, has to be some, I have to be there to be called as speaker and listener and compassionate, kind or cruel, whatever. So therefore, parmarthike vyavaharika kalpitaha. And then vyavaharike cha pratibhasika kalpitaha. And in this transactional reality, the apparent reality is an appearance. So now both of these are appearances. The transactional reality is also an appearance, and the apparent reality, the dreamer is also the is an appearance. But in what is the dreamer? Where is the dreamer or the dream person seen? Swapna Purusha, where is he seen? Swapnabhimani, rather. Where is he seen? So the one who wakes up, now he claims, "Hey, I had a dream and I saw, I went over there and I had a Ganga bath." He feels very holy. But he will not discuss other dreams in which he has murdered so many people. Huh? Once in lifetime, he had a dream that he went to some Kashi, had Ganga bath, and then he had Vishwanath Darshan. That he will keep telling people all his life. But what about the other dreams you tell? That, selective spirituality. So now this, who is claiming, "Hey, I had a dream"? Who is claiming the transactional reality? But will this transactional reality be possible without the I who is Paramarthika? And therefore, the transactional reality is an appearance in the absolute reality, and the apparent reality is an appearance in the transactional reality. Like the pain or the froth is an appearance in the wave, and the wave is an appearance in the water. Like that. So yatha jale tarangah kalpitaha tarange cha bhedah kalpitaha tatha paramarthike vyavaharikah kalpito vyavaharike cha pratibhasikah kalpitaha. Now why are we going into this discussion? Do you remember the point from where we have begun? Miratai, what is the point? Because nanu jivatmanah kalpitatvat kalpitasya cha satyatvat katham tasya satya paramatma bhedah iti chet. Now, this is the background against which we have to give an answer to the question. Don't forget the main issue. Okay? Let's not forget that main issue. That is the main question here. यथा माधुर्य द्रवत्व शैत्यादीनि पारमार्थिक जलनिष्ठानि एव सन्ति तरंगे भान्ति तद्वारा फेनेपि भान्ति तद्वत् सच्चिदानन्दाः पारमार्थिक कूटस्थ निष्ठाः एव सत्तो व्यावहारिके भान्ति तद्वारा प्रातिभासिकेपि भान्ति यथा फेनस्तरंगं विना नास्ति तरंगोपि जलं विना नास्ति जलं तु परमार्थभूतम् एवं प्रातिभासिकोपि व्यावहारिकं विना नास्ति व्यावहारिकोपि पारमार्थिकं विना नास्ति. Then what meaning of the word I is now applicable to be said as to be one with absolute reality? Which meaning of the word I? Because the one which is available in the deep sleep is also I. The one who is available in the waking state is also I. The one who is available in the dream state is also I. Which is the meaning of I that becomes applicable to in that sentence that I is Brahman? Which meaning of which meaning? And therefore, and which meaning of the word I is said as to be kalpitam? Which meaning of this word I is kalpitam? Kalpitam meaning?
Apparent.
Atma.
Vyavaharika.
Vyavaharika and Pratibhasika are kalpita.
Pratibhasika. Both are kalpita. Vyavaharika and Pratibhasik too.
And that what is kalpitam because of a condition.
Ji haan. Ji haan.
What has made this I appear as man or a woman?
Sthul sharir.
Physical
Conditioning of
body.
sthul sharir.
Physical body. What has made this I appear as the meaning of the I as I am a good person, bad person, happy person, sad person,
Avidya.
Mind.
pious
Avidya.
person,
Subtle body.
sinful person,
Subtle body.
mind, subtle body. If this, without a reference of these conditions, what is this I? Free from all these labels. That what is free from the name and form and all the attributes is one with Paramatma. That is the meaning, because Paramatma is free from all attributes. Like that, this is the meaning that becomes applicable. But we still have to understand something more about through this example. Which example? Jale taranga kalpitaha tarange thena kalpitaha. This example has to take you even further. Long way. How long? This as long this big sentence is there on page number 19. That much. So we will, when we meet next for our classes, we will go there. Till then, remember this. Jale taranga kalpitaha tarange cha phena kalpitaha tatha paramarthike vyavaharika kalpitaha vyavaharike cha
Pratibhasik kalpitaha.
pratibhasika kalpitaha. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Thank you all.